Hey VC, I'm back with another video. This is another big edition of The Mail. Once again from the legendary Greg the Egg BlackmoreRules. This box showed up in the mail yesterday. He had mentioned that he sent me a record. That's all he said, that he sent me a record. And then this box showed up in the mail, as per usual from Greg. This is what his usual VCLT boxes look like. So this is a huge box for one record, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. There's no telling what could be in here. So yeah, try to open this real quick so we can go ahead and get in here. He taped it up really good. I'm struggling to get in here. I finally got it. Oh man. Okay, so we'll save the shirts till last like I usually do. And that. So we'll go ahead and get right in here. There's a bunch of CDs and then, oh no. So we'll start off with some CDs. The first one is Black Country Communion 2. Don't know what this is, but I'll definitely check it out. If it's coming from Greg, it's probably something really good. And we got the Resurrection Band, Mommy Don't Love Daddy Anymore. They're a really good Christian band. And we got a copy of Heart's self-titled album from 1985. It's one of my favorite Heart albums. So definitely happy to have that on CD now. And then we got MC5, Back in the USA and Kick Out the Jams. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I actually hung up the MC5 shirt that he sent me in the last video, or the last big edition of the mail, hanging up right there. So definitely going to give that a listen. Then we got Petra, No Doubt, another Christian metal band. And he sent me a couple of their albums in the last big edition of the mail, and they were great. And then we got Vince Neil's solo album, Exposed. I've never heard this album, but I've heard it's pretty good, so definitely looking forward to checking that out. And then we got Motley Crue, Red, White, and Crew. I've never heard this album, but I am a Motley Crue fan. Saw them last year on their final tour, so definitely looking forward to checking that out. And then we have their album from the 90s with John Corabi on vocals. I actually like this album. So yeah, definitely happy to add that to the collection. And then we got Kiros, Counterproductive. Don't know what this is, but it's actually signed by the band, it looks like. So that's really cool. Have no clue what this is. If anybody knows this band, definitely let me know. Then on to another stack of CDs. We got Cheap Trick, Woke Up With a Monster. Haven't really listened to a whole lot of Cheap Trick stuff because some of their stuff from the 80s I just wasn't really into, but this looks like some later stuff, so this might be better. So definitely will check that out. And we got a Ramones sticker, Rocket to Russia. And then a Ramones CD, Rockaway Beach. I don't have any Ramones in my collection, so that is way cool. And this is awesome. April Wine Attitude. It's one of their albums they did in the 90s. I haven't heard this album, and I saw that he picked it up, that Greg had picked it up, and I asked him if he liked it, and he said it just didn't really do it for him, but I'll definitely give it a listen, because I do love April Wine. And then Nobody Likes Alice, Alice Cooper Live. This looks really good. Live early recordings. So is this like early Alice Cooper band stuff? Yeah, I think so, because he looks pretty young there. So that's really cool. I've never heard any of these songs on here. So it looks like some early Alice Cooper band stuff. So that looks cool. And then this is really cool. It's the album Chrome Chronic Rock. I remember he did this, or played this in one of his What's Spinning videos, and it sounded really good. What I thought though is the Headpins have an album called Turn It Loud, and the album cover is a Marshall stack like that. And then they have a song called Turn It Up. So I thought maybe they got that from the Headpins, the design for this and that kind of title for that song. Not sure about that. And then we got Glory Hound Loaded Gun, another album he showed in one of his big editions of What's Spinning, and it sounded really good. So that's really cool. Thank you, Greg. I'm going to save this one for the last. Oh, wow. I Hate You, A Brief History of Punk. I remember he picked this up in one of his Rock Hall videos. So definitely we'll check that out. I haven't listened to a whole lot of punk, other than a few songs. So this will be cool to get me into it. Of course, I've heard the Misfits and the Ramones, but anything else on here I haven't really listened to. So that'll be cool to listen to. Then we got the Killer Dwarves, their album Big Deal. They're a band that I love, but I just haven't picked up any of their albums, so that is super, super cool that you sent me that album. I actually haven't heard this specific album, so definitely looking forward to checking that out. Then he sent me this. This came all the way to him from Louis Ferrer III. Hair Metal Live. And this is really cool. I was actually thinking about picking up a copy of this. So that is really cool you decided to send it to me. I would definitely will enjoy this. I know Greg listened to it and he said he liked it, but I don't really think hair metal is kind of his genre of choice. So yeah, but this has all sorts of stuff on it. I mean, it's got Dokken, Turn on the Action and Breaking the Chains, and their live versions from Yokohama 1988, the bootleg that they put out, or they didn't put out, but it's out there. One of the only soundboard recordings of them, so that's cool they put that on there. And it's got Great White and Lynch Mob, LA Guns, Lita Ford, Night Ranger, Paul Di'Anno from Iron Maiden, Quiet Riot, Rat, Steeler. So definitely looking forward to listening to this. Thank you so much for that, Greg. And we got some more stuff in here. Looks like we got another Trailer Park Boys DVD. He sent me one of these in the last big edition of the mail. This is the complete first and second seasons. I think he sent me 3 and 4 the last time, so I love the Trailer Park Boys, so that'll be really cool to watch. Then we got, oh man, there's so much stuff in here. I don't know what to go to next. Okay, another DVD, The Ramones Raw. I guess this is a like documentary of them, maybe. So that'll be interesting to watch. And we got another DVD, The Ritchie Blackmore Story. I've actually seen some of these clips on YouTube, but I haven't seen the whole thing, so that is really cool that you sent me that. Because Greg's a huge Blackmore fan, as per his username, BlackmoreRules, but man, that's really cool that you sent that to me. I really do appreciate that. And then we got an 8-track, April Wine's Harder Faster. And is this a Canadian? Yep, a Canadian copy of that. So that's cool. I have a bunch of Canadian 8-tracks now because of Greg. So that is super awesome. And it looks like we got some cassettes. Oh man. No, I just saw the album that I was thinking of earlier when I showed that Killer Dwarves CD. So we got a bunch of cassettes here. I don't know where to start. I guess we'll go here. First one's Live Cream with Eric Clapton, so that's really cool. I'm a big Cream fan. This is Canadian pressing of that. And I don't have any of these on cassette except for this Helix album. Helix Wild in the Streets. I actually picked up a copy of this on vinyl, and it was great. And then we got Coney Hatch. I guess their self-titled album. It doesn't have anything else on it. A great Canadian band that I do enjoy. And then Helix, Long Way to Heaven. And then we got Warlock, Triumph and Agony. This is a fantastic album. Doro is a fantastic singer. I love her voice. And that's just super cool. And we got Fastway, Waiting for the Roar. I've never heard this Fastway album, so that'll be definitely cool to check out. And the last one, the one I was talking about, the Killer Dwarves, Dirty Weapons. This is actually the album that got me into the Killer Dwarves. And I've been looking to pick up a copy of this on vinyl for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So the cassette's super awesome because I can listen to that in the car. So thank you so much for that, Greg. And I think that's that for that stuff. And then we have a bunch of records in here. I'm going to save this one till the end because that's the one that he said he was sending. And I guess we'll just get right in here. Let's see what we got. So the first one is a 78, Honeysuckle Rose and Sweet Georgia Brown by the Plainsmen. Don't know who they are. I have never heard those songs either, but that is really cool. Don't have a lot of 78s in my collection, so that is really cool. And then we'll go ahead and get on to the rest of the records. The Daniel Band. This is their album On Rock. Haven't heard this, but he sent me a couple of their albums in the last big edition of the mail. So that's super cool. And then another one, Running Out of Time. That is a Canadian pressing on the Refugee label. Or is it Canadian? No, it's actually a US pressing. Then we got the Daniel Band Rise Up. Man, I have their whole discography now, thanks to Greg. And then we got Straight Ahead. And Up From the Darkness. And we got Pat Benatar, 7 the Hard Way. I actually do have a copy of this on vinyl already, but I'm sure I can find a good home for this. Somebody else in the VC. Let's see if this is a Canadian pressing though, because this will be the one I keep if it is. Yeah, it is. So this will be the one that I keep. I'll get rid of the US press. So that's super awesome. And this is also super awesome. Shades of Deep Purple. And it's got the hype sticker on there for the hit song Hush. Is this a Canadian press? No, it's a US. But I actually have a Japanese press of this that the cover is messed up. The bottom part's water damaged, so I might switch around the covers. I don't know. So that is super awesome. Then we have a Laserdisc video sing-along. Got some Christmas songs on here. So I'm not sure completely what this is, but thank you for that. I'll check it out. Oh man, that's great. On Top of Spaghetti and other songs that tickle your funny bone. I'll have to record this like I did the Canadian Home Fitness Test album and post it on YouTube so y'all out there in the VC can listen to this. I'm sure this will be a fantastic album. And this is super awesome. Who Do We Think We Are by Deep Purple. I have this on CD, also from Greg, but didn't have it on vinyl, so that is super awesome. And it's a Canadian press. So that is super cool. My Deep Purple collection has gone from 0 to like 10 because of Greg. And that's crazy. Then we got Triumph, Just a Game. And this has the song Lay It on the Line on it, which is my favorite Triumph song ever. So that is super awesome. And then we got Greg Kind Band, Next to Kin. Or is it Greg Kin? I don't know. So that's cool. And then we got April Wine's Forever for Now. And is this a Canadian press? Yes, it is, on Aquarius. I have a copy of this already, but I think it's a US press, so the Canadian press will be an upgrade, definitely. So that is super awesome. And then we got Duchette. I think that's how you say it. He actually sent me one of this band's songs the other day. I listened to it, and I actually liked it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's Mama Let Him Play. A great Canadian band. So definitely looking forward to listening to that on the Mushroom label. And that's not even half of the records. There are so many in here. And that is super cool. From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. This is actually one of my favorite Elvis albums, and I didn't have a copy of it. So that is super awesome. So thank you so much for that. Then we got Autograph, Loud and Clear, promo single, 12-inch single. And then Status Quo, Pile Driver. They're actually a band that I've seen so many times in the VC, but haven't really listened to a bunch of the music, so definitely looking forward to listening to that. And then we got Mike Warnke, Alive. I probably pronounced that totally wrong. Not sure what this is, but I'll give it a listen. Then we got the new Cactus band, Son of Cactus. Haven't heard of this either, so this will be interesting to listen to. And then another Duchette album. The douche is loose. So I guess that is how you pronounce it, Duchette. I don't know. I might be totally wrong, but they're actually a really good band. Then we got Loverboy's album, Get Lucky. And this is a Canadian pressing as well, so that is super awesome on the Columbia label. Then I saw another Loverboy in here. Their album, or it's just the album Loverboy, their self-titled album, I believe. Thought it had a title, but I guess not. Nope, self-titled. Then we got Jerusalem. Their album Jerusalem. I don't know. Oh, Volume 2. That's why I couldn't figure it out. But they're actually a good band, and I have listened to this, and this is a promo copy actually, so that's super cool. Then we got Trooper, Thick as Thieves, and I know Scott Waters is a fan of theirs. It's got the original insert. I've never listened to him though, so definitely will check that out. Then this is super cool. The band Toronto, which in my opinion is the Canadian version of Heart, and their album Looking for Trouble. Don't have that one. I have two of their albums I found a while back, but I didn't have that one. And then their album Girls Night Out, and this actually has the song, I think this is the one with it on here. No? I guess not. It's on a different album then. But yeah. But anyway, what I was looking for, it's on this one, Greatest Hits, I've seen it. Is it not on here either? I thought it was. No, but anyway, they were the band that actually wrote the song What About Love that Heart did and made famous. And I thought it was on the Greatest Hits album. I've seen it on one of these albums, but I don't see it on there. It must be on a different album then. But that is super cool. Once again, Greg has doubled and tripled my Toronto collection. The album Hit On. Dang, I made myself look like an idiot sitting there staring at that looking for What About Love, but I guess it's not on any of those albums. And then we have Triumph Never Surrender, an album that I actually haven't heard, so that is super cool to add to the collection. The original inner sleeve that is on the Attic label. Then we got Prism, All the Best from Prism. I don't know what this... Or actually, Greg sent me one of their songs, and I actually liked it. Now that I think of it, at first I was like, "What?" But I remember it now. Then we got Steelheart, Drugstore Dancer. I guess this is after he left. I went blank, but one of the guys went on to be in Loverboy. I can't think of his name right now, but I guess this is after he left because he's not on here. Is this a single? Yeah, I guess it is a single. Under the Thumb. Yeah, it's just a 3-song single. I didn't know that. And then Songs I Sing on the Jackie Gleason Show by Frank Fontaine. So that'll be funny to listen to. And then we have Rory Gallagher's Calling Card, which is a Canadian press, so that is super cool. Is that the original inner sleeve? I don't know, is that the inner sleeve? I don't think that's the inner sleeve that goes with this album, though. No, it's different people, but it does have an inner sleeve. And it is on the Canadian Chrysalis label, so that is super cool. And then the last one is Gary Moore's album, My Kind of Music. Not the Gary Moore that Scott Waters and I love, but the other Gary Moore. I've actually looked at this album before because I can't tell you how many times I've scrolled through eBay looking for Gary Moore stuff, and this album or other albums pop up. So now I've finally tracked down a copy of it. And then onto the record that he actually said he was sending me. Badlands self-titled album. I actually didn't know before I talked to Greg about it that this was the band that Jakey Lee was in after he left Ozzy. So that is super cool, and I've listened to a couple songs from it, and it's a great album that I didn't have with the original inner sleeve. It's on the Atlantic label, so definitely happy to add that to the collection. Thank you for that, Greg. Now on to the good stuff. I mean, all this stuff was great, but now on to the shirts, which tend to be the best stuff in Greg's packages. Well, the first other thing that I kind of set aside, he actually sent me this Van Halen hat with the logo on it. So that is super cool. I'm actually going to put that on right now. I've been needing a new hat, so let's put it on the right way so you can see the Van Halen logo. I have a big head, so sometimes hats don't fit, but this one does. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. I just have a bunch of hair. But anyway, onto the shirts. I'll put my other one back on. The Helicopters, by the grace of God. He actually sent me a couple of their videos, and I listened to them, and they're actually a really good band. So that's super cool. I haven't seen one of their shirts before, so definitely will be wearing that one. And then there's another one. A NASCAR one. Dale Jr. We've been talking about NASCAR. I'm a NASCAR fan, and Greg is too. And he said he likes Dale Jr., and I do too, so that's super cool. And then the last one is wrapped up in this bag from Zulu Records. Every time I get a box from Greg, there's a different record store bag in here, or in the box. And then this one is inside out, as per usual. So we'll reveal it together, and I'm going to look away as I flip it inside, or right side out. And it is Thor. That's another one we've been talking about, Greg and I. Thor. I had never really listened to any Thor music, and then Greg sent me a couple videos, and I actually enjoyed it. So this is Sign of the V World Tour 2009 and 10. A really nice shirt. Then on the back, there's another picture of him with the V on it. So that's super cool. I've never seen a Thor shirt in person. So I definitely will be wearing that one and all the other stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you, Greg, for the new big edition of the mail. I can't thank you enough. I mean, I haven't even had the chance to send you one package back, and you've already sent me 4. So yeah, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.